Hello? Is that you? Hey, how's it going, Carson? Glad you're here. We'll give it a few seconds here and let some people fill in, and we'll start doing a little talking here. Oh, gee, Carter. that's that's interesting. Good stuff. Hey, everybody. Hello. Glad you're here. Dominic, Ryan. Who else we got? Luke's here. What a surprise. Thunderhead 289. What a great dude. Go check out his F250 series. He just got a new one. Thank you guys for being here. Hello. Any questions to start us off? Who's going to be the one? First question. Charger still looks good. I hope it does. I think so too. First question. Who's got it? It's going to flood the chat here in a second with questions. Saw a 69 Charger yesterday, and then it's shocking considering I live in Wisconsin. No, they're everywhere. Yes, sir. I got you, Luke. No problem. So you did this to let us see it run, right? I mean, if I could get some kind of app that made car noises and just pretended that it ran, we could do that. What color am I painting it? This is the one question that we get every single live video, and that's it. Nothing else. What exhaust will you run? It's a good question. I haven't figured out what kind of muffler that I want to run, and I think I'm going to go with an H pipe. Nothing crazy, just 2.5-inch pipe with an H pipe, and then I really want to do cutouts. Get like some electric cutouts or something like that. I might run it at the back because on the Dart it's dumped, which it sounds good, but gosh, it's when you go over like any kind of dirt or gravel, it's just obnoxious. But I don't know what muffler I want to go with. I've looked at Borla, I've looked at Black Widow, I've looked at even some Summit. They're stainless steel mufflers. I really like the way they sound, and they're not bad priced. I don't know. I haven't figured out yet. Are you going to send the charger when it's done? Absolutely. What camera are you putting in the charger? If you go back in the I can't remember which video it was. There's a couple videos back. I actually talked about it. It's a Comp XE274. How's the existing wiring condition, and are you replacing the entire harness? The wiring is not great. Some things work that normally doesn't work on a 50-year-old car, like the reverse lights came on. I've never had any of my reverse lights work before. Well, the truck did, and the police car did until I had to change the transmission, and I didn't use the same switch on it. I can't remember what happened. No, the truck does, doesn't it? I don't know. The Duster does, but no, the Charger, it worked, and I was surprised. But no, the wiring is not great on the car. It's actually been hacked up, and if you watch the videos, you can see all the wiring is all like bundled up and stuffed on the firewall. But no, I'm going to rip all of that out and replace every bit of it brand new. I don't want to have to worry about any kind of old wiring or anything like that. So I'm going to get rid of all of it brand new. I think I'm going with QuickWire. I've really liked what they have. I've seen a lot of good reviews on their stuff. So it's either QuickWire or Painless, one of them. $20 from Dominic Lynch. Thank you, sir. You were the man. You guys are awesome. I was actually just editing my next video. It's probably going to come out tomorrow. And I was bragging on you guys again. But you got the fan base here is just, it's awesome. Does Mopar make anything other than a 727 transmission? Yeah. Well, are you talking about from this era? You can get a 904, and then they had, I can't remember there was another one. I mean, they had multiple transmissions. I think I think the first 727 was cast iron, and it was extremely heavy. I think that's right. I'll have to do some research and verify that, so don't take my word on it. But the 727 is all aluminum now, except for the pan, and it's a lot lighter. It's still pretty heavy, but no, like my Dart has a 904, my Duster has a 904, and then later on they went to overdrive with like the 518. How's he? Ooh, where was that last? There it is. What will be the next video you upload me on? This weekend I went to Redneck Rumble. I met a few people there actually who watched the videos, and it's me going around and showing some cars that we looked at and some stuff that I bought while I was there. Spintech mufflers. I think I've heard of that. I don't know if I'll have to look them up. Spintech. I don't know. I've heard that name, but I don't know if I've actually listened to them. How's the interior condition? Not great. I think when one live stream we figured out that it has Mercury Cougar seats in it, so glass packs probably not. I have glass packs on the police car and I like those. Luke likes the Comp XE. I agree. I have a what is it? Comp XE 268 in the Dart. I really like it. Spintex, expensive but quality and sound is amazing. Yeah, it's my Pink Floyd shirt. It's like one of my favorite t-shirts. Hey, there's Kevin, Junkyard Digs. You guys know him, I'm sure. Go watch him, check his videos out. Got some stuff working in the behind the scenes. Are you gonna put the General Lee horn in her? Probably not. Flowmaster 40 series, I like Flowmasters. It's just that I don't know. I want to do something different with it. Painless from Summit, yeah. Where can I buy myself a Southern accent, Luke? I'm not sure. It's something that you acquire. It's like you can't just purchase it anywhere. You have to come to Tennessee and buy it. Gear in the rear diff, I think 323s. I still haven't even looked at the VIN tag. Tell you what, I'll write down everything on the fender tag and decode it, and then we'll talk next time. Why choke it out with exhaust open headers? Shifty car. I agree. I totally agree. Well, the last thing I bought is a shifty truck, so which I haven't made a video on yet. That'll probably be not this next video, but the next video. My truck has a Flowmaster, and that sounded pretty good. It was an eBay special. Hit the like button. People there, 100 people, 111 people, only 5 likes. Really? I have 19. Yeah, I like it. Thank you. I'm sorry, Garviel Loken? Is that how you pronounce that? Spintech is horrible. Junker Up said Spintech is horrible. Brian McTaggart, what's up, man? Glad you're here. What is my favorite NBA team? I don't watch sports. I'm sorry. What's up with the Duster? Do you still have it? Yes, I do. And well, as of right now, this is way down the road, so I can't really say for certain. When the Charger is at least movable and we have some free space, I'm thinking about doing something with the Duster, because I haven't driven it in probably a month and a half, just because I don't know, I got bored of it. But no, I'm gonna do something to make it exciting, just so I'll drive it. But that'll probably be after the Charger's running and able to move on its own, at least in and out of the shop. We might do something with the Duster. Is the shirt older than me? No, I'm older than the shirt. I bought it new. Luke is gone. See you, Luke. I'm behind on these comments. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry. Any more videos on the old family Ford? I love that truck. Really, it's just been used for stuff around the house and as a parts runner. There's nothing wrong with it, and it runs perfectly fine. Just really been enjoying it, like I said. The likes are up now. That's right. Get those likes up. I'd like to see you build a first gen Cummins on this channel. Stay here. Do you like fuel injected engines? Because I hate them. Uh-oh. Why are you so close to the camera? Now I can't read, so. Is this better? Go back. I can't see the comments. Junker up his death. Spintex sound the best. That man probably has Walmart class packs on his car. He said it, not me. Spintech. What is Spintech? What is your favorite Mopar in a movie? Definitely the Vanishing Point Challenger. Are you going to keep the Charger's paint the way it is? Yep. Did you do a live video last week? I think I missed it. I don't remember if I did one last week or the week before. I can't remember. Hey Dylan, got a model 66 Chevy Suburban and is a glass red, a good color with the half white. I don't really know what you mean by that. Let's see. And a glass red. Is a glass red a good color with the half white? You mean is like a red and white two-tone? Yeah, I think that would look good. Junker up. Be different. Load a Flowmaster, Glass Pack, Borla, Spintech, and Ricer Fart can all together and see what it sounds like. Probably sound like a Tesla at that point. Be so quiet. Impact's here. Glad to see you, man. Have fuel injection in my 440. It's nice. Keep a better view of the Charger in the background. You guys don't even like me. You're just here for my cars. Engine Masters just did a shootout between carbon fuel injection and the Carb one. Yeah, I watched that. Well, the Carb didn't. It won by like a few horsepower and a few points peak torque, but all around the curve was pretty similar. And I think that was what was most interesting for me was the difference in fuel temperature between the Carb and the EFI. I think that like for the carburetor, gas was nearly almost at freezing. It was like 36 degrees where they had the probe, which is like right up under the carburetor. And I think for the fuel injection, which it was the multi-point, so it was actually at the end of the intake runners instead of at the top where the carburetor was. Well, that's where they injected the fuel, but I think it was like at 80 degrees, so that was pretty neat. Red gloss. Okay, yeah, I got you. Red gloss. Yeah, I think so. I mean, red and white, you can't beat red and white. Absolutely. I want to know, did you survive Hurricane Florence and how much water did you get? It didn't rain at all here, which I'm not even near the East Coast, so no, I didn't get any kind of rain. I got an 80, well, I'm sorry. I got an 84 Dodge D150. I want an exhaust for it. Any suggestions? Uh, Here's what I would do. I'm assuming it's a 318 or 360. Go online, go on YouTube, and look up like 318 with Flowmasters or 318 with glass packs. Just check out different types of brands, different type. Just say or 318 exhaust, and that's what I used to do. That's how I find like different mufflers or something that I want to try out. Go through there and just see what you like. You'll find something out there you like. EFI for drivability, and you can fine tune everything on the curb versus just wide open throttle with the carb, and you can save fuel, so you do more runs, and that means more fun. I'm gonna stay out of that debate. When are you painting the Charger? Never. Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry '69 Charger was my favorite car. 7 years old when I was 7 years old. I was 7 years old when that came out. Yeah, that's as far as B bodies go in movies. That's my favorite Charger. That's my favorite one. Just I don't know. The simplicity of it is what gets to me. And I mean, don't get me wrong. The General Lee's awesome, but if I were ever to make a movie car Charger, it would be between the Death Proof Charger and Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. Will the Charger have AC? Yes. Are you at least doing a clear cone on it? I've considered it. I've actually considered. See, what happened was they didn't even sand off the original green, which is kind of a good thing. So you can see all the original green here still looks pretty intact, which I don't even know if they sanded the green when they painted it. So because they painted it silver in like the late 70s and then did some striping down here low, you can see all this black here. This is all striped, or tape. It's not even painted on, so that's why it held up. And they painted it silver and then did this on top of it. A lot of the silver faded off. So you can kind of see, I can't tell if, I think this is leftover silver, but down here it definitely is. So I'm thinking about trying to wet sand some of this off and bring back this green and then maybe do some kind of like protective coating on it and leave it like it is. That, or I'll just leave it looking like it is. I mean, I don't know. It's not really that big of a deal for me. I would rather it perform and run better than look better, but that's just me. Don't get me wrong, I like the way cars look, but the way it runs trumps the way that it looks. What are you thinking the Charger will run at the strip? What's the slowest time you could think of? Add about a few seconds to that. I've been planning on building a blown 360 for my 68 Cornet for years now, and just got a stockpile of cash for it. Yeah, any kind of forced inductions when it gets expensive. But yeah, that'd be awesome. The patina is so mint, you can't replicate that. Plus, everyone has a nice paint job. Real patina is the true beauty. Yeah, and I had a lot of comments saying that they were upset with me for not painting the engine bay. And the only thing I can think of is that it's a 50-year-old car that spent its whole life outside, and it's spent all that time making itself look the way that it is. And I mean, I'm going to change a few things that could easily be changed back, but it's only original once, and it spent all this time doing what it's doing here. And I don't know. It's so unique looking that it would be hard for me to paint this thing. The fact that it's so weird and multicolored, and it's got scratches in it, it's got rust spots, surface rust, and I don't care to, because you can see, you saw me whenever I pulled the original engine out. I stood up on the fender so I could pull the chain hoist. I mean, I didn't dent it or anything, but I just like the fact that you can work on the car without being scared to scratch it. You have some really cool projects. My favorite is the one behind you, Daily Drive for years to come. I hope so. Thank you. I'm a little jealous of this Charger build. A 440 with aluminum heads and a good converter. This thing is going to scream. I hope so. I'm really excited to get this thing to get it going. I want to really hear this thing run. How bad is the rust on frame underbody? Frame rails are perfect. They're spotless, which is why I really jumped on this car. The floors need patching, and you saw the trunk floor. It needs to be patched as well, but no, the frame is immaculate. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And I've been all up under this car looking, checking for spots, but everything else is solid. Still learning about Mopars, however, just picked up an old Roadrunner. I know it's not quite Mopar. A Roadrunner is a Mopar. A friend of mine told me M-body disc brake setup will work on my A-body Duster. I've heard that. I don't know what years. I don't know specifics, but I've heard of people doing that before. I don't. I don't remember if the upper ball joint size will be the same. It depends on what you have. If you've got the big bolt drums, I think it uses the larger ball joint. But if you have small bolt pattern drums, you'll have to upgrade the control arm to accept the larger ball joint. Which, if you buy a new kit, you'll get new upper control arms depending on who you buy it from. Because some companies will use the original spindle, some will give you a new spindle. They'll use no, they'll give you a new spindle, which means you'll need to get a new upper control arm, and they'll supply that with you. If you watch the crop duster episode, the very first one on Roadkill, they actually put disc brakes on the front of that car. I can't remember what company they went with, but it came with new upper control arms. I think I'm assuming spindles too, then all the disc and everything, the caliper, whatever. But depending on what your car has now, will kind of determine what you need to get. $1.99. I'm rebuilding a 70 Charger 500 myself. Fun cars. Thank you, Ryan Tidwell. You are the man. I appreciate that profile picture too of the American flag. Think the Charger will run 10s? I don't know about that, but I appreciate your optimism. Would you mind if I send you a couple pictures of my two trucks on Instagram? Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Like you said, the engine and suspension is the only thing that matters. Like the old saying, it's what's on the inside that counts. Very true. I like the rough and distressed look myself. It's almost impossible to replicate, and every car has aged in its own unique way. You're right. That's what I like about it, is that there were probably thousands of this exact car made, but only one of them looks exactly like this, and that's really what I want. I mean, you can paint a car to be factory original and do everything right, but then there will probably be like 20 more or 30 more, however many more, hundreds more that are just like it, green with green. They built hundreds and thousands of these cars exactly like this, so I would rather have something that looks totally different and nobody else has. The M-body swap would work. Any 77 to 89 M car. Wonder if you need to swap spindles if you're going factory to factory, though. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, that's what I guess you said that. You might have said that before I started talking about it, but yeah. Like I said, the upper control arm is different depending on what bolt pattern you have. I love your channel. I wish I had the money to do projects like yours. I had a 69 D150 and a 318 ready to go into it. I just don't have the time to do it. Well, like anything, time and money, you can do anything with it, but good luck with your project. I hope you can make it work. If I had a movie car, gotta go with Christine. Good choice. Daily of 59 DeSoto Fireflight. By the way, there's a 60 Phoenix for sale at a Ford dealership in Ames as a trade-in for a Focus RS. That's sad. That is sad. Make sure the cup holder is older than drinks full. Priorities, man. You're right. I want cup holders in this thing. This is going to be a road trip vehicle. Replicated patina never comes out the same as the original. Replace what you need. Keep the car one of one. Good point. If they don't go fast, make them look good. Keep this one fast. I thought Roadrunner was Plymouth, not Dodge. Yeah, Plymouth is all under the Mopar umbrella. You got Chrysler, Jeep, Plymouth, Dodge, and then the weird one, like the ones that kind of came and went, like AMC, DeSoto. There's a few others. Fargo, which is like, a brand of Dodge truck. It's kind of the same thing, but no, it's all under there. Yeah, Plymouth is Mopar. Any nitrous going on the Charger? No. Yeah, Kevin, I was thinking the same thing when he said Ames. That's the only Ames I could think of. I think that's close to you, isn't it? Well, it's in your state, so surely you can go there. He's talking about this, what was it, 60 Chrysler or something. DeSoto, 50 no, 60 Dodge Phoenix, I believe, in Ames, on a used dealer lot, and I think it was a Ford dealership. We used to drive it straight off the street to the quarter-mile drag. We always won. Hey man, following what you do, I'm building a 69 Charger as well. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. You were awesome, man. Really, see, never really liked Mopars, but I'm starting to come around. Love the Charger. Keep it as is, but stick a blower on it. Not a bad idea. Thank you, sir. Do you own anything with the Hemi? I do not. Kevin's an hour away from Ames. Okay. Do you know of any Ford dealerships in Ames? Have you seen it? If so, maybe you need to go look. You can try. Let's see, what could you trade in for it? You should take the F-250 up there and try and trade it in when you get actually running and driving. Just see what they'd offer you for it. If you ever come to Wisconsin, we need to hang out. Sure. I don't know when I'll ever go to Wisconsin, but sure. 440 source heads look good on your motor. They're reasonably priced. I may consider those for my 383. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I like the quality of them. They all checked out really nice, and I checked for like birds or anything in the machining, and I didn't really see anything that was out of the ordinary. And they all look really, really good quality. And they bolted in right in place. And if I painted those things, they'd look exactly like factory. So. I forget you still have the Datsun. Where even is the Datsun? Does that thing run yet? Do you work on it? Do you drive it? Does it exist? What do you even have? I don't even know what you have. I have to go look, or like go back and figure out what you even have. You really need to work on that 442 because that thing's cool. So you don't want to go on the Datsun. I got you. Waiting for winter. So you can start a fire and keep yourself warm with it. I like the Datsun. That's just me though. Anyone in or near North Carolina want an 84 Trans Am with T-tops and run the drives? How much? I've been subscribed to your channel since the old CCR videos in 2011. Those were in 2008. What do you think of the Chrysler Cordoba? Kind of like the Mopar version of a GMG body. You must be new here. That's okay. We welcome you. I do actually have a Cordoba. I have a 78. Ooh, Kevin, that's a good offer. I might have to take you up on that trade. That's a good one. 1,200 for the T-top Trans Am. Be painting it soon though, and the price will go up. Somebody snag that. But yeah, the guy who asked about Cordobas, I love mine. Actually, if you go back maybe 2 or 3 videos on the DIY racetrack, that's my Cordoba in question. So if you want to see me abuse a Cordoba, go check it out. Yeah, I'm fairly new. I'm definitely going to go look for the Cordoba. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Straight push rods. It doesn't even have push rods. The trade I'm talking about, not the Cordoba. The Cordoba has push rods, and they're all straight, trust me. I checked them out. No, I didn't actually check them out. I just ran it till it almost blew up, and it didn't. So they must be straight, right? 65 American Rambler for sale, 2 doors, new paint, new wheels, and Chevy motor on trans. Am I the new Craigslist? I think so. Post what you have for sale, guys. I'll buy a taco when they put a V8 in it. I think they call that the Tundra. Yeah, they have V8 Tundras. What is it? I don't even know what they have. It's 5.7. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the stunt puller. It's got no push rods. I don't think. I think it's an overhead cam. You'll see. You guys will see. It's all it's all coming. I gotta get this video out and then do some more to this new vehicle I got, and then you guys can watch it. If you no, I only built whatever. Okay. I bent 3, but I fixed them. Okay, that's another video you guys will see. I only bent 3, and now they don't bend anymore. I found out what the problem was. Where can I get a mild cam for my 440? Do you know a place? Summit Racing. That's where I get all of mine. Mine's a comp. You can get more mild applications than what mine is, which mine really isn't that radical, but you can find a more mild application if you want. Summit makes their own brand. I've never tried them. I've seen people who have tried them, and they've had pretty good reviews. But you can get any brand basically from Summit. They have like Comp, Howard's, Crane, Lunati, all the good stuff. What is your next step towards getting the charger up and running? I have to buy a set of headers because I want to get the headers in before I bolt the engine and transmission completely in. And then after that point, once the headers are in, finish up the front accessories. Here, we'll actually take a look at it. And there's my little phone stand. I've broken the DeWalt battery. So the plan, ignore this bag. The plan here, get the headers in, and then I can actually bolt the thing down. And then after that, we'll finish up the front accessories like pulleys, belts, and everything. Just enough to get it to where it'll run. And then the radiator right in here. Get all the fluids in it. And then figure out something in this wiring to make it to where it'll just light off with a battery. And I'm not even going to hook up the alternator or anything, just to get it to where it'll run and move. That's all. That's my goal as of right now. But, and I mean, all this is going to be gone. I'm going to get rid of everything on the firewall. Wiring, the wiper motor, whatever that is, and whatever that is, all the heaters and the ballast, all the junk, every bit of it's going out. I'm going to get rid of all of it. Then I might, clean it up a little bit, see if I can bring some of the shine of the paint back. Actually, this inner fender, I think, can bring some of the shine. If I knew where the light... Hold on, let me grab a light. I want to show you guys something that I thought was pretty interesting. Is there a battery in this thing? Yes, okay. So I noticed this when I was working on the car. And this is all factory paint on the inside. But check out the run from the factory. That goes to show you the quality that Chrysler was doing for these cars. I mean, they were pushing these things out as fast as they possibly could, and they just let the paint run. That is all factory right there. Factory paint, factory run, all down the inner fender. Thought that was pretty cool though, just to see how, they didn't really care back then. And then this side didn't do so hot, but mainly because the battery was sitting there. But that's just what you expect. But from here, if you just kind of ignore the sides, if you just put your blinders on and look up, yeah, it looks pretty good. But like I said, we're going to totally get rid of that. I want perfectly neat and nice wiring. I don't even want you to see any of the wiring. So we'll get rid of all of this, every bit of this, eventually. And I actually had to take and clear coat the master cylinder. It actually had started to get surface rust on it, so I cleaned it up and then clear coated it so it wouldn't do it again. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it. Yeah, the battery probably exploded or leaked or something. There's no telling, to be honest. But yeah, that's really the next thing. What car are you working on now? The last thing I worked on was getting a police car ready for a car show. That's the last thing I did. And oh, we'll just take it. We like to do this. We like to just take a look around and see what we got going on. See if I can open the door for you guys. We'll just check out the inside. Somebody asked earlier how the interior situation was, and it's not that great. Sorry, my finger's over the camera. That's the tail light that was given to me through mail. And we've got all sorts of interesting stuff going on here. I mentioned it in the last video about the charger. I'm gonna take the dash out. See all that wiring, how hacked it is? Somebody really did a job on this thing. They took the glove box out for some reason. I guess they were trying to fix something. All the wiring's just kind of chilling out and doing whatever it does. But I've got to get rid of these seats because they're for a Mercury Cougar. All this good stuff in the back, just chilling out, being messy and whatnot. But yeah, we'll fix that eventually. One thing I talked about one time on the live stream was leaving off the top part of the door panels because mine aren't that great, but the original paint is here. So I might try and, uh-oh, flashlight's dying. Might try and, polish that up and make it look nice. One thing I noticed about the differences between a 68 and a 69 that I didn't notice before was the fact that the door locks are in a different location. On the 68, they're right here. The 69, they're right here. And from what I can tell, I think Dad was talking to about it. He said he'd read somewhere that they do that so that people can't, take like a hanger or some kind of wire and unlock it from on this point. But they put it right here, so I guess it's a little bit harder to steal. But that just goes to show you again that a 68 is a one-year only door, and really just because of that fact for the location of the door locks. We'll sit back down here, use our little stand for DeWalt. Can't get too far because my phone is trying to die. I always need to charge my phone before I come out here, but I always forget to do it. Go back over here so you guys can see the car. Okay, let's go back to some comments. I missed some while I was talking. I've got a 383 in mind. I'm thinking of building it. Or should I shop for a 440? A 383 can perform very well. Just look at my dad's Cuda. That thing is crazy. And it's really not that, it's not a radical build, but it really pulls hard. Yeah, it was a bad run. The paint run I was showing you guys. Man, the engine color just looks so good in that patina engine bay. Makes you appreciate the power plant that much more. Thank you, sir. You're not late. Justin, you're here just in time. Come hang out. Grab a seat. '70 Plymouth Roadrunner. I would be a fan of that. Ford and Mopar don't mix. I disagree. Charging's in great shape for what some of them get to. Some of them can ride out pretty badly. You're right, they really can. Maybe put carpet in, some nice seats, and gauges function over form. Yeah, I agree. I want the interior, I've mentioned this before, I want the interior to look super nice on the inside of the car. But the rest of the car, not that big of a deal. I want, nice seats, carpet, door panels, dash, fix the windshield and everything. I want it to look nice on the inside. Pink Floyd is awesome. Thank you, sir. Wildcat versus police car. Let's go. You got offended the last time I mentioned it, so I told him that I would do if we race the Wildcat versus the police car, it'd be slowest wins because my police car is slow. I think it ran a 12-second flat 8th mile, and at 60 miles per hour. And I think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that the timing chain is probably turned into a full rope. So I'll need to tear into that and figure out if anything's wrong with it. But I really think that the timing chain is bad on that car. It still runs great, but it sounds cool too. But it just takes a lot for it to get out of its way. A guy at the shop I work at has a 69 Barracuda, owned it since he was 16. Has a 10-second all-motor 381, calls it a dyslexic 318. That's pretty funny. That turquoise looks good. Thank you, sir. Yeah, in this light, it kind of looks like the Corporation blue that Chrysler had, but I'm like, what really is it? Because when you go in the sunlight, it looks kind of green color, but in this kind of the shop lights, it makes it look blue. But you can tell it when you actually see it in person that it's the turquoise. But on camera, it's kind of hard to capture. But the Corporation blue, you can tell a difference with. It's straight up blue, but this one you can see a little green in it. I thought 69 door locks were farther back also. I always heard that's why the Dukes used a 69 was because in a 68 they would rip the back up getting in the car. Huh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. But yeah, that's I noticed that on the 68, the top of the door panels, because I was comparing them to mine because I'm like, man, these look good. And I was like, I was checking them out. And I'm like, wait, these are totally different than mine. Like the top part of the door panel, it's like the door lock's in totally different places. Cut the battery box and move it to the back. I was thinking about relocating the battery. That might be something we do. What brake pads and rotors do you have on the Charger? It's all factory stuff, but it's all from the Right Stuff Detailing. I went with their disc brake conversion kit. You have a beautiful Charger. Keep plugging away. Keep doing what you do. Great content and good commentary. Big Red 88. Thank you, sir, or ma'am, whichever one you are. I appreciate you. The door trim looks in good condition, which I wish I could find some for mine. Well, the door is actually supposed to have like a padded armrest kind of looking thing on the top side of the door panel. It's actually in two pieces, but mine are really busted up and cracked looking from sun. So I'll probably leave them off for now just because it looked nicer. What I want to know, what kind of car would you buy, a 50s Camaro or a Bugatti? Well, like Impact just said, I think you might have meant 60s. So I'd have to go with the 60s Camaro, but I would rather have a 70. '70 is my favorite year. When Bo and Luke jumped through the windows, they unscrewed the tops of the door locks so they wouldn't hurt themselves. Huh. Pretty neat. But yeah, I thought that was pretty, just a little neat detail that I'm sure a lot of people already know, but I didn't know it. And also the gauge panel on a 68 is different, right? I think it's got like the black vertical bars, and the 69 has wood grain, or the simulated wood grain. I was trying to think of stuff that I could find that were like the little details that were different. And the seats were different. The 68 buckets don't have headrests, I'm pretty sure. At least the one in my car, the General Lee project doesn't have headrests, but the factory 69, from what I could tell, is supposed to have headrests. And in 70, you got high back buckets, which I really like. Does the 69 Charger have vacuum hideaways? Yes. The 70 Charger I've got has electric from the factory, and I was wondering if the 70 is the only second-gen Charger that's got electric hideaways. I think so. I think you're right. The 69 has actually got a vacuum canister up under the battery box. Right here. So where's my light? I've lost my light. Sorry you can't see that, but this cylinder right here, I am pretty certain that that's what that's for. I mean it's a vacuum canister, I believe, but because look here, you can see this hose is getting vacuum to it. It was unhooked when I got the car, but like I said, I'm still learning about these cars. This is the first charger I've had. Ask me about a dart, could probably tell you the answer for it, but I think that's a vacuum canister to operate the headlights. Yes, it is all vacuum powered. Dylan, you saved a blue Charger a long time ago. What did you do with it? It sold to my friend Logan Jolly, and he still has the car. I actually saw it Friday. I read somewhere that the door locks were moved forward in '69 for safety. They were easier to reach. Yeah, very good point. Will you be doing a nice Hurst or B&M floor shifter or putting a new OEM style unit? As of right now, I'm going to use the stock shifter. I'm not using any kind of manual valve body, so there's no point for any kind of ratchet shifter, but as of right now, I want to use just a stock shifter just because I could restore it, make it look nice. You gonna thrash a Charger around the homemade racetrack when you're done? After I get over the newness of it, I will. Yeah, the 70 electric headlight motor is so much easier. I will look into the conversion and get rid of that wad vacuum lines. Yeah, I'm not going back with vacuum the headlight doors. I want to get rid of all of it and do electric. When do you think the car will be done? Well, relatively speaking, cars are never really done. You're always going to work on it, but I'm hoping to have it running at least by winter time. That way, during the winter, we can get in here, fix any kind of rust that I want to fix, like uh, trunk the trunk floor, because welding in the heat is just it's awful. Cutting out metal and welding in the heat, I hate it. So we'll probably wait until the winter time, but I'm hoping that by the beginning of winter we'll have this thing running and round. You know, it can move on its own power. I think in '68. I think in '68 the ignition was on the dash. Wasn't it in '69 when they went to the steering wheel? No, '69 is still on the dash. I think '70 is when they went to the steering column. If they did. I really don't know much about the '70s. I really only know about the '69 and '68 at this point. But no, a '69 has on the dash. I mean, yeah, on the dash. My bad. I think it was in '70 that they went to it because I think a '70. Did a '70 Dart have it on the steering column? I don't remember. Also, the '70 headlight motor has a turning knob. That way you can manually turn the doors if you ever have an issue. So that's smart. That's pretty smart. Because on this one, if you want to flip it up, you gotta, fiddle with it, make sure you don't break anything. You should put some American Racing Vector rims on the Charger like the ones in the General Lee. I do not like those wheels. I only like them on a General Lee, but I have a set that's on the General Lee project, but I'm not going to use those. Is the current transmission going to be rebuilt on the Charger? If you watched the video before last, I think it was like the big parts haul video, I talk about that my transmission was rebuilt and took about a month or so to get it done. But yeah, it's totally rebuilt, and it comes with a Transgo shift kit. Couldn't think of the company. Yeah, he put a new shift kit in it, all new seals and everything, brand new, all of it. 70's on the column. Okay, 70 Charger has the key on the column. Thought so, but I don't want to be wrong. I really like your videos, and they've helped inspire me to keep working on my '66 Plymouth Sport Fury. I really wanted to get it running and drive before I graduated high school. Go for it. That's how I was with my Dart. I had to get it done before I graduated high school. So, yeah, go for it. It'll be awesome. 70 is on the column, and it sucks because if your ignition goes out, you have to pull the wheel and the column and change it. Very true, but also your steering wheel will lock, and it'd be harder for someone to steal your car. Mine doesn't lock. If you have time and are done with the Charger by then, you should definitely do Hot Rod Power Tour. That's the goal. That's the end goal. I've mentioned it on here before. The end goal is to get the Charger ready for Power Tour by next year. Will you put a BDS blower on the Charger? No. No. I will not. Yeah, no, the car's not from Fast and Furious, and I do like those cars, but man, I can't get into those movies anymore. They're just ridiculous. Are you doing disc brakes on the Charger? Yes. If you watch one of the first, okay. Go on my channel and go on my playlists and watch all the videos on the Charger, and I'll probably answer a lot of your questions because I did a disc brake conversion on this car, new suspension, brakes in the rear, and what else? I've got engine and transmission done for it, and a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff that I've got going on for it, and you'll probably answer a lot of your questions just watching those videos in that playlist. How much do you think is in the car from now to when it's finished? Too much, honestly. Yeah, Jess, that would be cool to split screen it. That way we can look around because I would like to find out what the differences are. I think that the 70, it also had different, didn't the 70 have its own set of fenders? I think the 70 had unique fenders, and I mean, all of them had their own fenders because the 68 had round turn signals. The quarter panels are different, tail light panels are different, grills are different. The hood latch is different. I noticed that. And what else is different that I can think off the top of my head? I'll have to think about it. I don't know I really don't know much about the 70s, but the 68 and 69, I've seen a few of the differences. Sorry for the ignorant questions and comments. Still fairly new, but man, it's good to hear. Bet it will get a ton of attention. No, they're not ignorant questions. That way you don't have to, ask me and hope that I see your question. I don't want to skip over you or anything. No, they're not ignorant questions at all. But the best thing to do is just go watch all of those videos, and you can you get a lot of information from there. I'm trying to sell a 71 Dodge Dart Swinger 225. Everything works, even the original radio. It's in great shape. Original paint looks great as well. I'll send you some pictures of it on Instagram. Yeah, please do. Are you rewiring the dash? If so, go with an M&H harness from year one. Is the easiest direct swap from the original harness. I have one of my 70. I would, but for one, they're expensive. I used a year one harness on my Dart. I've got an in-dash harness and an engine harness for it, and they're pretty expensive. And they're good quality. I definitely liked it. It was really nice because it was plug and play and done. But I'm doing stuff that's not factory as far as, wiring accessories. So I'm going to make my own instead of using something that's factory, because then I'll have to cut into, factory harness that's already finished and ready. So instead of doing all that, I'll just make my own and make it all custom. But I appreciate you giving the recommendation. I have used their stuff for it. It is really nice. Etta Brock makes heads for A&RB motors. Yeah, I looked at them. I was going to, but I like the 440 source. You may have said, but what wheel and tire combo are you looking for on the Charger? Definitely going to check the videos out after this. No work for me tomorrow anyway. Wheel and tire, I haven't decided yet. For right now, I'm going to stick with these police steel wheels. If I stay with these, I want to go with a 10-inch wheel in the back, and because you can get those from I can't remember what the company is. I think Coker makes them, but they're 15 by 7 all the way around, and I'm thinking about 10s in the back with maybe a 275/60 or bigger, white letter tires, and stick with the 15 by 7 in the front. If I don't go with those, I'm also thinking of like a slot mag from, was it US Mag? I love the way those things look. Same setup, 7s in the front, 10s in the rear, white letter tires. 70s fenders were unique. They used 70 hood and fenders on the 69 Daytona. Also, marker light trim was chrome on 70, and taillights on 69 was painted black, and 70 was body color. Yep, yep. And the taillight panel, because a lot of people I've heard they'll say that the 69 and 70 had the same taillight. Well, like they look identical from the back, but they actually have that trim, the chrome trim that goes around the tail lights on a 70 completely, while a 69 doesn't have that. It doesn't have any trim that connects them. What size of rear end do you have in your Dodge truck? It is an 8 3/4, and it's the 323 sugar grip. Can you show the wheels? Yeah. Look at them. It might be too dark to see, but they're just a 15 by 7 police steel wheel. And there's a light. It's almost dead, but I'll show you. 15 by 7. They need to be painted if I'm going to use these, but they look okay. And especially with the white letter tire. It's the same wheel that's on my Dart and on my Duster. No, these aren't on my Duster, but I have these on my Dart, and I love the way they look. But I don't know if I want to do that. It looks really good with the blue, but I think the green I want something else that'll pop. Are you going to be running a shift kit or a stall? Go watch my last video, and I'll explain that. It's got a 3000 stall converter from Hughes. That's one they recommended for my setup. And the part number is Hughes 24-30, and then it's got a Transgo shift kit in it. No generally brush guard, no sir. The base model 70 with a 600 didn't have the polished trim. Looks identical to the 69, the black paint. Okay. I'm learning everything. I'm going to learn all of this stuff. I really think you need to put the General Lee rims on it. No, those are pretty ugly wheels. I got lucky and found a rare set of wide steel wheels that were options for Ram Chargers. They look like stock steel wheels, but they're considerably wider than 15-inch cars. They're 15 by 8s. Yeah, I've seen those, and they are hard to find. And I think that the Super Coupes, like the kit cars, like the Volare, Roadrunner, and the Aspen, if you got a Super Coupe, then you would get, it looks like a police steel wheel, but it's an inch wider. Did you ever think about buying a Chevy? I have one right now. I've had a few actually. I've had I bought a couple with friends, like a 62 Impala, 62 C10, 51 4-door, what else? I own myself a 64 Bel Air, 4-door, gold with gold interior, 6-cylinder, 3 with overdrive. Nice car, super nice car. Interior was spotless in it. I traded a 55 Buick for it. Well, yeah, that's how I got it. Was I had the 55 Buick and I traded for the Impala, and then I sold it to fund the police car. Wish I could have kept that car, but money was tight, so I couldn't do it. I love the 64 Chevys. Yeah, I saw a few at the car show this weekend, and I was like, I wish I could have kept that car, because it would have been the perfect car to do some work with, and like I would have had it like flat on the ground. Did Mopar? Oh, hold on, we'll go to this question. What was your first car? A '74 Dart Sport. It was a it was eggshell. What was they call it? Off white, eggshell white, with a black vinyl top, black stripe, white bucket seats, white back seat, black door panels, black dash, black carpet. It's bucket seat console car, 318 two barrel, power disc brakes, air conditioning, and it was a nice car. Well, it was kind of rough, but it was my first car, and I love the thing. Mopar ever make a station wagon? Absolutely, all sorts of them. I don't know if this has been covered yet, but the '68 fenders had circular turn signals, and the '69 has rectangular. Yeah, I mentioned that a second ago, but yeah, that's how you tell a '68 Mopar is the round turn signals. I actually have a set of those. I love those. Now that you said Volare Roadrunner, we have one stored at the tire shop I work at for the owner's friend. Really low miles. They have some special tastes to like those. Dad used to have a Volare Roadrunner, and I loved it. It was a 318 3-speed on the floor. I just thought it was so cool. My grandpa used to drive a '68 Plymouth Fury wagon with a 440. Put headers and glass packs on it. Surprisingly fast for a wagon. That's cool. Probably gonna go in like 5 minutes. We'll do a little walk around at the Charger before I go, though. You're looking at a station wagon. Yeah, get a station wagon. I almost bought a '68 Plymouth, was it a Fury station wagon? I wanted the car so bad, but the guy backed out. People say that the new LX platform Chargers should not be Chargers because they have 4 doors and they look so much different, but that means that neither should the '68 to '70 because it's a completely different car than the '66 to '67. I disagree about the Charger shouldn't be a 4 door. I understand why Chrysler did it. It's because if they made a like a muscle car 2 door to compete with the Challenger, that's going to affect its sales. They don't want to have something that's competing within the same brand. So they have the Muscle 2 door, which is the Challenger, and the Muscle 4 door, which is the Charger. When I know the Charger came out before, but that's what the Challenger was supposed to do. The Charger filled the gap that the company needed, and I see nothing wrong with the Charger. I think they're cool. I think they're awesome. So I understand why Chrysler did it because they don't want to have competing platforms. So I see nothing wrong with it. I think that's just more people set in their ways and not wanting to accept what they're doing new. I like the Volaris too. They weren't appreciated for a long time, but have gotten more popular. I think they're coming around. Same thing with like the Darts, 4 doors especially. I think that they're coming around and they're starting to get more popular because they're more affordable and easier to get into. I'm looking at a Malibu wagon. I don't know if I should buy it. I don't. I love wagons personally. I have my Oldsmobile station wagon. I think they're awesome. I want a scooter with the big block on the back. Can we make it happen? Someone get this man some money. Favorite year Chevy? That's a tough one because I like a lot of Chevrolets, but I couldn't pick just one. I'll name a few, like a '70 Camaro, '62 Impala, '55 Chevy, '70 Chevelle, especially like a Baldwin Motion '70 Camaro, best looking Camaro that has ever existed. Go look them up. All right, let's go take a little walk around at the Charger before I go. I'm gonna let you guys check it out. Is this battery good? Let's see if this battery works. Because my other one here is about to die. Ah, yes, we have light. Sweet. Oops, sorry. Don't want to cover you guys up. There we go. Yeah, we've got all sorts of good stuff going on here. I like how the toolbox blends in with this fender. I didn't even notice it was sitting there. Yeah, see all this stuff right here? I can't tell if this is the clear coat from the second paint job they did, which I don't even know if they used clear coat in the late 70s, did they? I have no idea. I don't know if it's what it is, but I want to try and take all this off. See if I can, you know, wet sand this down and get rid of it, because so you can hear it. I want to see if I can get all this smooth and bring back that green. Oh. Well, there went the battery. Here's another one. Only a short delay here. There we go. Yeah, see, here's the busted windshield. I want to fix that, get a new one, and which means I'll take the dash out as well. But the problem is, it's got this right here, the original inspection tag from 1982, back when it was Oklahoma. So I'd hate to get rid of it, but you know, for safety's sake, because I can take and literally press on this, and I can feel the glass move. So if you were starting to do like some kind of high-speed runs or anything, there's a good chance that's going to be coming in your face. My favorite car in the world is a '69 Charger RT. Good choice. Angle grinder with a light pad and water. Yeah, like I guess like 1,000 grit or something. Something to like just really take off the edge. And then after that, you can buff it. Which I don't know. I don't know if I do that, but you know, just something to bring back, because the paint still has some shine to it. You can kind of see. Still got a little shine up under there where the green shows through. I've got a new mirror for it. As you guys know, I'm doing the giveaway. If you buy any color sticker, it doesn't matter. If you buy that, I signed it, had the broken one on the other side. I think it's actually sitting in the car. The mirror is right now, but I don't have any free hands. But yeah, the broken mirror that came off this car, I signed it. If you buy a sticker, you get entered to win it, and then if you win it, you get both of those and a free t-shirt of whatever size you want. We'll do a walk around here. So yeah, somebody said the grill was immaculate. It's pretty nice. It's got, I don't think any of the bars are missing that I can tell, except, well, there's a couple right there, but you can't tell that whenever you're standing next to it. And then it's got a dent right there in the middle, but honestly, a lot of these have dents right there in the middle. I don't know what is happening there, but it just seems like a point of being hit. All of the unrestored ones I've seen have that dent in it. Yeah, check out all the multicolor here. And it's neat how clean and crisp the difference of patina is on the body line there. Look at that. And then go back there, and it's looks like they did a little repair work for some Bondo there. But just look how the body line, the patina, the body line is there. It's so prominent too. But yeah, look at all that green. The original color is there. The roof has no original color at all. But my favorite part of the patina is probably the deck lid. I don't know why, but I just love how rusty it is. I don't know, it just looks cool, because on the other side you can see how it kind of faded into brown. It just looks so cool. Check this out too. Flip top gas cap. Gotta have that. And the fact that I like this trim around the gas cap itself. I really like the way they look. I'm trying to catch up on some comments here. You're going to get staggered wheels for the Charger? Yes. I'm planning on 15x10s in the back and 7s in the front. Could you show the stickers? I don't know. I didn't know if I should get black or white. Do I have a sticker in here? I have one on my truck outside, but I don't have any in here. I need to put one on the back glass. I've got one on my truck in my police car. It's, man, I need to put one on my toolbox here. I don't even know why I haven't done that yet. What else you guys want to look at on the Charger while we're here? I didn't know the Olds Toronado had a big block. Oh yeah, 455. Those things are awesome. Big block front wheel drive burnouts. Patina's good, just don't fake it. Absolutely not. What's the door panels look like? Still in good condition. The door panel on this side is actually fairly decent. Oh, let's get the door to lock. There we go. It's actually not that bad, except it's got a little bow right here in the middle and it's split behind the power window button, but it's not all that bad. And show you out what's in here. Most important, fork. It's just a bunch of forks in there. Oh, there's my dome light cover. It's broken. It's all packed full of junk and everything. Yeah, there's you can see the driver's side door panel. The rears are not bad, which the rears normally stay intact, but that side's not so good, is it? Anybody have requests on what they want to see before we go? I'll have to fix those door hinges too. Yeah, it's all pretty clean looking. He lied. The exhaust, there is no exhaust. I cut it off in a video. It's just chilling out, hanging here. The original, it actually had factory dual exhaust, but that's what's left of it, which I just left it hanging there because when I pulled the original engine, I cut it with a saw and reach for it. It's just hanging out. I didn't feel like grabbing the rest of it whenever I pulled it. Show us Repo before you go. Repo is in bed. He was too tired to come with me. He might come from the next one though. He was just way too tired. What are you going to do about the seats? Get rid of them. They look destroyed. These are actually out of a Mercury Cougar. My YouTube friend, Classic Mustangs 429, he actually spotted those and told me that they were from a Mercury Cougar, which I had no idea. I don't know why the front seats were missing, but yeah. Anyway, I think we're call it a night. If you want, go check out the video. I'm hoping to post it tomorrow. It's a pretty good one. We went to a car show. We saw a lot of cool stuff. And I bought some parts that I talk about, and we got some stuff in the mail. So if you want, check that video out tomorrow. Probably come out in the morning sometime. But thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Don't forget, buy your shirts, or sorry, buy your stickers, because then you can win the mirror from this car. This Charger right here, it came off of on this door right here. Go buy you a sticker. You'll enter a chance to win it. I sign it, and you'll win a t-shirt on top of that if you win. But again, thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate talking with you. It's awesome. You guys are like the best fan base that I could ask for. I've never had a fan base before. I like it. Let's take one more look at the Turquoise, just to appreciate that color contrast. I'm in love with it, guys. But anyway, thanks for coming out, and I will see you all in the next one.